Okay, so now you have menus created, and let's just say you have 8 menus in Plan to Eat. You have them all written out, and so now each week all you need to do is just pull a menu, drop it into the planner, and schedule it out. So how you would do that is, so we have weekly menu number 2 over here. And if you're planning for April 1st through April 7th, then all you would do is just click on this little icon over here, and you click on it, and then you just drag, and where it shows up as blue, that's where it's going to drop it. If you're going to drop it down here, then it'll do that. So we're just going to drop it and hit confirm, and there is your menu for the week, and it's all planned out. Now, if you have your meals written down, like actually what day you're going to cook them, and you don't necessarily need it exactly where things are in your like actually in your planner, like you don't need them on specific days in Plan to Eat, then you're done. You can just go to the shopping list, it'll populate it, and you're good to go. But there is a feature that I'm going to show you a little bit later in this video on how you can add your meals to your iCalendar. And so it'll populate with your normal calendar, so you can see what you're eating each day. So if you want your specific meals on certain days, you can certainly do that with breakfast and lunch too. I choose not to do that. But so for dinners, especially if your calendar syncs with your family, and they want to know what is for dinner each day, then you're going to want to have these on specific days. So I had written out my calendar, my schedule. I checked my activities, knew what I had going on each day, and then I scheduled when I was going to have each meal. So on Monday, I'm going to do butter chicken, rice, and cauliflower. So all I'm going to do is just drag and drop right here. And then on Tuesday is leftovers with roasted potatoes and green beans. So we're going to move all of this stuff. And then Wednesday is the coconut tandoori chicken with the rice and steamed green beans. And then Thursday is actually the Hawaiian chicken. So I'm just going to move that over with coconut rice and the bell peppers. And then Friday is my leftovers. I'm just shifting all of this stuff. Then Saturday is the pot roast. And actually, I'm going to remove these sides. They were just extras because I, instead of eating out right here, I actually had leftovers. So, and then eating out on Sunday. So now my planner in Plan to Eat matches up with my written dinner schedule that I'd hang on the fridge. And so if someone references one or the other, they match, which is really cool. But let's just say you put your menu in. Maybe there's a change that you're going to do. Maybe you're going to have you want to try a new dinner. Maybe instead of eating out on Sunday, you want to make a new dinner. So this is super simple to do. So all you would do, so just click on this, remove, and then you can go like over to your recipes, and you can search for one here. I talked about adding new recipes to the queue. So I have some new recipes here, things that I'd want to try. Or if I go up here, I had added tags, and so here are my new recipes. And so I'm just going to drag and drop here, and that will populate your shopping list. It will not update your weekly menu. So if you decide that you really like this menu, you can just go here and click, save menu, and then you can update it as weekly menu number 2 if you wanted to have that dish in. And you can go back in weeks later and go, oh yeah, this week was really good. I'm going to save this menu again. It's all in there. And let's just say, because you're going to make a new dish, you decide not to make the Instant Pot. Then you just remove it, and maybe this is where you eat out. So that it's that simple. But again, it doesn't change the menu that you've already created over here. So this is where like Plan to Eat really allows the flexibility. And what I didn't show you in a previous video, I showed you how to change the serving sizes for each individual recipe. But let's just say you have, like my parents live in South Carolina, so when they come to visit us, they'll come for 2 weeks at a time. And so I know that we're going to have 2 extra people here. So I would click on the serving size, or the servings up in the top menu bar, and it shows all of the servings for each of these meals. And so I can simply go in and I can update. See, roasted potatoes, that serving size was wrong within the recipe. But so I can, go in here and just click 6, and then it will adjust. Now you do have to be careful here that, for some of these things, if it's the Instant Pot, you have to make sure that your Instant Pot is big enough to, adjust the serving sizes there. Like, especially if you're going to double it, you have to make sure you have room, within your Instant Pot to add all that extra food. Or like the American beef goulash. So I could just go through and it would update everything for me. But that only updates it for the planner and your shopping list. It doesn't affect the weekly menu that you've already saved. So I'll show you that. So if we were to go down to April 8th and take the same menu and drag and drop, see, it shows things as they initially were before I adjusted them. It doesn't show the American beef goulash. It's still, for the butter chicken over here, it still says serves 4. So that's how you would do that there. Okay, so let's just say you do want to add your feed to your iCalendar. So you would come up here, and this is where you can find the URL to paste it. So you can just have kind of like view recipes as all day events, or you can view them at meal times. I'm just going to do all day, and then copy that. I'm going to go over here, and then I am going to go up to right up here to File, up in the upper bar, New Calendar Subscription, and then all I do is copy and paste and click Subscribe, and then these are my settings. What I've found is that the alerts tend to get a little overwhelming, because it would be okay if it was just for dinner, but it's also for breakfast and lunch, and I don't have those at specific times, and I don't want to get alerts for them. I'd rather just look at my calendar and go, okay, this is what I'm eating for dinner. So I'm going to take off the alerts, and then the auto refresh every week is not long enough, because let's just say you make changes to your Plan to Eat account, and you want to make sure that those get updated sooner than every week within your calendar. So let's just put it at every 5 minutes. So and that automatically updates there, and then we can click Ignore Alerts. And this is totally your preference whether you want alerts or not. And then you can change your color. We're going to leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll click OK. And there you go. There, everything is showing up in my calendar. So if I click on cereal, that's where we have cereal. Look at the day, and there's everything that's listed for us there. And this is a leftover day right here. And if you decide you don't want it to be subscribed anymore, you would come over here, and you can simply click off of this if you don't want to view it anymore, and then or you can click on it and then you see it. If you want to completely remove it, at least on the Mac, you click Control and then press it and then unsubscribe, and you're